Thank you, Madam. Madam, a direct connection can be drawn between the policies of the government and the continuing educational backwardness of Muslims. In both higher education and schooling, Muslims want to get formal education, but because of government apathy and negligence, Muslims drop out of the education system is sooner than children of any other community. The government UDIC data, Madam, covers school education, says that Muslim student representation gradually declines from class 6 onwards and reaching its lowest in class 11 and 12. Enrollment percentage of Muslims dropped from 14.42% upper primary, class 6A to 10.76% higher education, class 11 and 12. Only 76.37% of Muslim students continue after elementary education as compared to the national average of 81.26. Madam, 28 states have gross GR of 80% for primary education, but only 12 states achieve 80% secondary level. This shows a clear systemic bias against Muslims. Muslim children do not have means to cross beyond primary education, but the government has limited pre-matric and post-matric scholarship class and above. I want to know from the Modi government that does the Muslims of this country have a fundamental right to education under Article 21A or not? Or do you want to make the Muslims, 17 crore Muslim second-class citizens status permanent? Madam, there are 1.7 lakh fewer Muslims pursuing higher education. That was not the case till 2021. You unleashed your ideology on the biggest minority, and you see that 1.7 lakh fewer Muslims are pursuing higher education today. And I want to give them some bad news and good news for the nation. Those who say that we Muslims don't teach our girls and oppress our women are wrong. I'm quoting data. I can challenge anyone. Muslim girls are enrolled at school level higher than boys. The gender parity index for the rest of the population is 0.93, but for Muslims it is 0.99. The sad fact is that these girls and boys are not prevented from educating themselves because of some evil Muslim men, in inverted commas, but because of crushing poverty and absence of government support. The honorable this government education policy talks about universal access to education, ensuring universal literacy in India of 2047. But how can you achieve, sir, if 14% of population is dropping out of education at primary level? How can you achieve when about 25% of rural youths in the age group of 14 to 18 cannot read a class 2 level text fluently in regional language, and while more than half struggle with division 3 digit by 1 digit problems, a skill usually is expected to achieve in class 3 and 4. Madam, over the years, there has been a shift in momentum towards private schools. Government data indicates a decrease in the share of government schools in the elementary category of 87% in 2006 to 62% in 2022. Maybe the Mughals are responsible for this. This means that the government has decided to leave the poorest Indians to for-profit schools and abandon the responsibility on the RT. Madam, for Kendra Vidyalaya, the government has allocated 9,030 crores, Navodaya Vidyalaya 15,800 crores. How is it that you have vacancy of 6,653 in teaching and non-teaching staff? Would you blame Babar for this? I'm sure you'll do that. In Navodaya Vidyalaya, 15,800 crores have been allocated, 4,675 vacancies are there. Sanctioned strength is 34,354. In Navodaya Vidyalaya and Kendra Vidyalaya, it is 56,703. You have passed a law 5 months ago about cheating, malpractices, but you are so great in implementing. It took you 5 months. Maybe you are waiting for the NEET paper to leak. That is what I can say. And I'll show the classic example of favoritism, madam, over here. Jamia Millia Islamia is allocated 3 lakh per student, Aligarh 3.9 lakh per student, and BHU gets 6.15 lakh per student. Why this favoritism? And may I request the Honorable Minister through you, Madam, that PM USP 1558 crores have been allocated. Please have some liberal mindedness, so that more Muslim students can get this. Your HIFA scheme, Madam, HIFA scheme, 39,720 crores have been sanctioned for 103 institutions. 22 are IITs, 12 are AIMs. These people can pay back money. How can Jamia Millia and AMU pay back money? I don't know who has told you this. And more important, madam, 29% of graduates and above in India are unemployed. And half of them do low-skilled jobs. This is for you to understand. And may I come to Jamia Millia, madam? Jamia Millia, you have no permanent vice chancellor. Why? Why is it that a registrar is not even qualified to hold that post? Why is it that a standing council is running the Jamia Millia? And please inquire that why 438 crores have been given HIFA, whether competent construction companies have been given or someone has given on the basis of favoritism. How is it, sir, that the present status of 100 years old Jamia Teachers Association, their office has been sealed, their body has been dissolved, there is no funds to run the university, to pay outsourcing staff, to build for building maintenance, no research grant. I demand that registrar and the standing council to be immediately removed. Now coming to Aligarh Muslim University, there are 1400 2 minutes. AMU daily wage workers are 1400, temporary 1559. Why don't you regularize them? And why are you not giving separate funds, Honorable Minister Garu, to the AMU branch at Murshidabad, in Mallapuram and in Kishanganj? You want it to be closed? Madam, as of July 2023, the share of ST-OBC in senior professors is even lower. I'm giving you figures, madam. In Central University, there are 66.29 general teaching staff. SC, ST-OBC only 30%. NIT 67%. 33% ST-OBC. In IIT, 84.5 general category. SC, ST-OBC 14%. IIM 86.83%. And in general 11%. Who's responsible, sir? You are running the government 10 years. You are running the 10 years. And lastly, madam.
Mananiya sir, this complete.
Lastly, NCRT has been given 500 crores. May I dare to say that this government has been distracted with fudging textbooks, teaching propaganda to children. You want me to sit down? You want to sit on record? आप बोलेंगे? जवाब नहीं दे पाओगे, बैठो खामोश तुम. NCRT has removed the reference to Babri Masjid 2002 rights. Why should people not learn from the mistakes of past? Should our children not learn of Gujarat program, massacre of minority Muslims? Those who ignore history mistakes are bound to repeat them. It has made up history argued Indians were of migrant DNA.
धन्यवाद माननीय सदस्य.
Madam, 1 minute, khatam karo. The truth is DNA shows that there are 4 ways of migration in India. Africa, Iran, Southeast Asia, and Eastern Pasture of the Aryans. There is scientific consensus on this. May I request the Honourable Minister to you, why do you want to hide the killers of Mahatma Gandhi? Do you want to make Godse a freedom fighter? Let the children know who's a Deshbhakt and why are you trying to protect your organization, ideology organization? Madam, in end, I would appeal to the government to fix your priorities. You need to construct more government schools, improve quality of schooling. You need to make active efforts to reduce dropout rate of Muslims. You have a job cut out for you. Do not waste your time. Do not use school textbooks as battleground for petty ideological quarrels. The future of our children depends on quality of education. May I request the Honourable Minister, concentrate on 14% Muslims. You have the highest dropout rate. This nation, we want it to become Viksit Bharat. But if you keep on unleashing ideology of hatred, we cannot become Viksit Bharat. Thank you, madam.
माननीय सदस्य चंद्रशेखर